Dear learners, it is our third video regarding tenses. Today we are going to discuss present, past, and future perfect tense. Perfect tense is used to describe completed action. It is formed by using auxiliary or helping verbs has, have, had, along with past participle or third form of verb. Let's have a look at positive or affirmative sentences. In present, we use have and has as auxiliary verbs, and then we use third form of verb or past participle form of verb. If you see the first example, that is with first persons, second persons, and third person plural, that is they, we have used have as auxiliary or helping verbs. So the first example becomes I, we, you, they have submitted papers. If you see the second example, with third person singular, that is he, she, cow, or any other entity, singular entity, has is used as helping verb in perfect tense, and the example becomes he has drunk water. So that is how we do it in the present perfect. When we move from present perfect to past, so you can see that there is the use of had, and had has synchronization in both with all persons. You can see the first example with persons where we used have, had is used, and with persons where we used has. In present, had is used. In past, one thing you have to keep in mind that in past perfect is used to describe an action that was completed before another action took place. So it makes use of words like already, before, when, etc. Because if you use it without these expressions, it does not give sense. So that's why we have to use words like already, before, something that already happened. So the tense becomes, or the sentence becomes, I had already submitted papers. Had already submitted papers. Second sentence becomes, he had drunk water before I came. So before I came, it is another action that also occurred in the past. And this past perfect had occurred before that. He had drunk water. So this is the action that took place first in the past perfect, distant past, and then we have before I came in the near past. So these two, they come together. Otherwise, past perfect alone does not give sense. So this is something that you have to keep in mind. In future, we use have with will, that is already present, and then past participle form of verb. I, we, or they will have submitted papers. Similarly, the second, she or he or cow will have drunk water. So again, in future, there is synchronization. That is, for all persons we use will have. So this is how we make positive or affirmative sentences. Again, like we had already discussed in our previous video, that it is easy to form negation in continuous, and same is the case with perfect, that we have just to use or insert not after helping or auxiliary verbs. So the first example becomes, we have not submitted papers. They have not submitted papers. The second, he or she has not drunk water. In past, after had, we have to insert not, and there is no other change, just not after helping verb. They had not submitted papers. Cow had not drunk water. In future, again, you have to be careful as we discussed earlier, that you have to use not after will, not after have. So the example becomes, I will not have submitted papers. He will not have drunk water. He will not have drunk water. So in the example, there is double use of not, so you have to avoid it. He will not have drunk water. Moving on to interrogative sentences. In interrogative, again, it's easy. Just shift the helping verbs to the first position, and in the end, you have to use question mark. So that is how it happens. And the first example becomes, have I submitted papers? Has she drunk water? In past, had they submitted papers? Had cow drunk water? In future, will I have submitted papers? Will cow have drunk water? So this is how interrogative sentences are formed. Moving on to negative plus interrogative sentences, where we have both negation and interrogation. Again, as we discussed earlier, that it's easy to form, though it seems complex a bit, but easy to form in the sense that if you feel difficulty, just take a negative sentence and move the auxiliary helping verb to the first position, and your sentence is formed. Like we have in the present, the sentence was, I have not submitted papers. This was negative. So from this negative, we have just taken have and moved it to the first position, initial position, and it becomes, have I not submitted papers. Similarly, the other sentence becomes, has she not drunk water? In past, the same case, moving auxiliary to the first position, had you not submitted papers, and had cow not drunk water. In future, we have to shift will, keep the have at its place. Will we not have submitted papers? And will cow not have drunk water? This is how negative plus interrogative sentences are formed. Hope you have got the idea. And if you like the video, do subscribe and share. Thank you very much.